Hello, today we'll be opening an NZXT. This is a H7 Flow. It's a casing, and if you're going to do a gaming PC perhaps, or even a work PC that you want to use and do a custom build, this is one of the places where you can start. We've used this brand before. It's been awesome, so we're going to go ahead and stick with this brand for this new build. And of course, this being a computer case, there's really not much technology involved in this. It's literally the build materials and how well it's assembled and what kind of features it provides. So this one comes with 2 fans. You're going to see that in a minute. And usually these things are quite durable. We've had none of them fail in any shape or form. So when you buy one of these, you have to add a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, it comes with 2 fans in this case, but you still need a power supply. It doesn't come with things like motherboards, memory, CPUs, and all the rest of the goodies that will turn this into an actual working computer. So you've got to add those yourself. So if you're creating a build, this is where you start with the casing. So they're still using styrofoam. And what I'm seeing here is actually the bottom of it. A little document here on how to assemble it. And what you'll notice, since I'm starting at the bottom end, is that they have some actual dust filters. So what's really nice is as you use them, you basically just pull them out, clean them, and put them back in. So that's one nice feature, and you've got one on the other side as well. So this would be, let's see, this is the back and this is the front. So let's take the plastic off and show you. I guess I got to take it out of styrofoam completely. So there are multiple colors. This is obviously the black one. And so what you'll notice is there's a lot of ventilation. So that means is you can have some fans, you can have a radiator as well, top or front. Those are some of the features. Let's take a look quickly at the top of this, and at the top you'll notice there's an on-off switch. There's a couple of USBs, and these look like 3.1 to me just from by the color, and USB-C, and there's an audio jack as well. So it's nice that they've added additional USB ports, because I know in the past that was one of my pet peeves with them for certain models, is they had 1 or maybe 2, at least now we've got 3. So let's take a quick look at the back, and what you've got really is, so the motherboard basically fits here. All your ports from your motherboard, so depending on what you pick, will end up here. So you see the fan, and the PSU or the power will actually go here on the bottom. So if you're going to have a decent build, usually I tell people to go and not aim for a PSU that is too low, because what you don't want to do is make a build, decide that you want to add a better GPU, for example, a graphic card in there, and it requires more power, and all of a sudden you've got to trash or at least change your power supply. I mean, not that it's a huge deal, but once it's assembled, you've cable managed it, and you've made it all nice and pretty, it can be a bit of a pain to start undoing things and so forth. And of course, when you do pick one of these, try to get a modular one, meaning that all the wires go and connect into the power supply. It does make it a little easier, especially if you're going to switch them out in the future. Then you can, hopefully, if it's the same brand and so forth, you should be able to just replug in whatever cables you'd already used into the new one and simply have the advantage of better power at that point, or higher power. So you've got a bunch of places here for slots. So I mean, these are quite boring to look at in general. Let's take a look. So the side here is made of glass. So all right, so I'm able to just pull it off like this. So again, the toolless comes in, and on the inside, what you'll notice is you've got 1 fan here by default, 1 fan here. Everything is very well, everything's very black, that's for sure. You'll find a small box hidden in that compartment. I guess I have to take out the other side and pull it out. And that's where you would put a mechanical drive from the size of it. Most people, or hopefully most of you or all of you out there that listen to me, will go and use an NVMe drive, which looks more like a stick, and that goes right on your motherboard. hence no need to wire drives or put drives underneath. Of course, if you need large capacity, then you could potentially put it on the bottom there, and that would be a SATA drive, and you'd simply put that in. Again, these are pretty sturdy. They're all metal. They're well constructed. They vent very well. I love the dust-proof filters on the bottom that you can clean quite easily. Again, if you're going to build one of these, I would suggest that you get yourself a CPU cooler, potentially. You get like a radiator, and you could put these, and I don't know if you can tell from the side here, but you can move these up and down. I mean, it's quite easy to locate things and put things in the proper place. And since the top does have space as well, then you can definitely build something that will stay cool, keep your CPU happy, and at full throttle at all times. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up a little bit more. So you've got the top here. This really is toolless. So you just pop it up, and there is another, oh, to my surprise, there's another little mesh here that will keep the dust out. That's very nice. It's very good to keep the computer obviously as dust-free as possible. And to put it on and off, really it just clips in. So you just put it into, you align it here, and you just press, and that's it. And the same thing with this other side here. You basically find this little groove here, and you simply pull, there we go, like this, and you pull upwards, and that is the other side. So your motherboard would go against here, and this allows you to cable manage. As you can tell, there are cables already in there, and you've got access here to additional things such as brackets and extra wires in there, and potentially screws as well, since you will need some to secure the motherboard and the rest of the components into this casing. So I'm Bob Pellerin, CTOBOB. Please visit us at www.ctobob.com, and of course, watch us in the next video. See you then. Thanks for watching.